What is going on, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the morning show here, as I like to call it. Wake up, get ourselves together, get moving for the morning, see what the markets are going to give us, see what we're looking at for the day. Um, so we're going to go ahead and match it up this morning and see what's going on and get into some news and look at the crypto market, and the stock market, see what's going see what we got to do for this morning, what the day's gonna bring us. So good day to wake up and get started, have some coffee, and just kick it about crypto for a little while. So pre-markets today, guys, they're all in green. They look good today. They look like we're gonna start the day out in a decent positive way. The Nasdaq, the S&P, um, and all of them are in the green. Even the Dow looks like we're all doing good this morning. Looks like the stock market's gonna actually maybe start to turn itself around a little bit. Today it's been a bloodbath past couple days. Just the liquidation in the market has been unbelievable. People are starting to use the word, like we talked about yesterday, recession. But we all know that we've been in a recession for a while. But the actual talking heads, as I like to call them, people that are on TV every day, they actually have started to use the word recession, which obviously put a little bit of fear into the market past couple days, and it showed by the red and the bloodbath. But what a great day to wake up and see it all in the green. Hopefully we can have a little turnaround today. Um, so we like it. We like green. We like what we're seeing here. To start the morning on the first site here. But the fear and greed index for crypto, it's dropped back down to 25, which is extreme fear. It's been hovering around this 29 to 25 for a while, which is fear and extreme fear. So this isn't any surprise. It's been really hanging out around this 25 to 29 level for a while. So we it's nothing new. We're in extreme fear today, which is down from yesterday. Yesterday we were just in fear. Today we're in extreme fear. So you know, going down a little bit, but that's all right. Good morning, Marty. Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well this morning. Crypto bubbles on the day, guys. Mixture of red and green. So it kind of matches up with our pre-markets being in the green today. Our pre-markets are all in the green today. So the crypto bubbles are kind of matching that on the 24-hour. Little mixture of red and green. Man, Trust Wallet, this thing just continues, this token just continues to climb the charts. Like yesterday when everything else was in red, this was up like 4.4%. Today it's up another 4%. This thing just keeps moving the needle up, even when the market's down. I thought for sure that it would level off at some point, but this thing just keeps rolling. So, you know, interesting. It's just interesting, like how high can it go? Where can it go and how high can it go? I'm laughing at Marty because me and Marty had this little go around about this token. And I did actually check it yesterday, Marty, and that thing was actually doing really good. I will check it. I'll check it here in a minute, but it was actually doing really good. And I had said to Marty, we're gonna look at this next week and we're gonna see where it's at, because I was kind of making fun of the website and how it looked unprofessional. And I guess that didn't really matter because the token itself is actually performing really, really, really well. So I I was waiting for that one, Marty. I was actually really waiting for that. Because you were right so far on this one. You know what? Because you asked me, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take a look at it like right now too. Right there. So OpenAI. I think we started to talk about this. This is on the hourly. Let's go to the day so that we can actually look at this and I can kind of eat my crow a little bit. This is the daily. And I want to say that Marty brought this to the channel like right up in here somewhere. And maybe it was up in here, Marty. But man, look at that. Look at that chart. And I was busting on that. So that's on the daily. We'll go ahead and take a look on it at the hourly. But yeah, I was busting on this one for a little bit just because if you look at their actual website and the things that it looked like, it just didn't look right to me. But man, this thing is man, Marty, I know you are you still in? Marty, are you still in? Tell me if you're still in, because if you're still in, you got to be up big right now. You know, this thing's sitting at 1034. We started to talk about it maybe down in here somewhere, which was what was that, 10, you know, right around 120, lost a zero. So damn, Marty, you still in this thing? Yeah, man, you got to be sitting pretty right now with this, because it is on a straight green candle. I mean, there's really no letdown to this. I mean, we go back to the daily chart, and it is just a straight up. It's gone straight up. It's had one day here where it actually consolidated a little bit and dipped a little bit, and then after that, it's just been on a rocket ship right up. So holy cow. Got in at 202, Marty. Okay. 200K market cap. Where is that? Yeah, the market cap looks like it's sitting around at 200K right now. Let's take a look here. 24-hour value. Pull these holders. It's got 1.7K holders. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Total transactions. Total market cap. Mine says 3.4 mil. Total market cap, Marty. If I'm looking at that right. So, man, this thing's on a rocket ship. Man, Marty, I'm happy for you, man. I hope you stay in. I hope you looks like you busted a couple zeros, which is always a good thing to see. You know, I always root for everybody. So the fact that you got in and you actually busted a couple zeros with this, it is actually good. Oh, you got in at 200K. Okay, I see what you're saying. But yeah, the fact that you got in and busted a zero, man, you got to be up nice right now. So man, I guess I should have rolled with you on this one, Marty. I guess so, because you brought it to us early, like it was early. It might have even been down in here somewhere where we were talking about it at first. I have to go back and look at the stream and see exactly when we started talking about it, but when you actually brought it here. But I think it might have been down in here. No, maybe over in here somewhere. I have to go back and look. But man, straight rocket ship this thing's been on. So much respect to Marty for that call. But, going back to these markets, a little bit of green and red on the day. Bitcoin sitting at $16,848. Expect at some point, guys. My opinion is for this to pull back to the 16.5 range. I fully expect Bitcoin to pull back to 16,500. It has support there. It sat there for a little while before it went up to the 17.2, 17.3 level. So, I think there's a pullback that's coming. I think it's going to sit right around that 16.5 for a little while. And I also, Ethereum sitting at 1,240. I'm looking at maybe a pullback on Ethereum to around that 1,100 level where it sat for a little while. So if you have what I'm doing with my bag, and I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with yours, is if you have any profits in Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm kind of taking them as this little ride up happens, because I'm expecting a pullback to them support levels. What's up, Brian? How are you? So I'm expecting a little pullback to these levels here, to the 16.5 and the 1,100. BNB's performing well today. $285 is where we're sitting at now. XRP sitting at 38 cents right now. It's on the hourly, it's about zeroed out level. 24 hours sitting in the green a little bit, like everything else. Dogecoin gave back the zero that it had. Still sitting level and hourly, green on the 24. Again, Dogecoin with Elon, you never know when a run's going to happen with this one or how it's going to happen. But I've seen reports and I've heard people talk about Doge possibly going back to that 5-cent level. I just don't see the pullback going all the way back to the 5-cent level. I see a pullback, but not going back all the way down to the 5-cent level. But anything's possible here, guys. Especially in this market. You look at Polygon, it dug itself. It's on a little bit of a run over the 24 hours. Yesterday when we were on here, it was up at 88 cents, came back up to 90 cents. And, I keep saying this as a way to kind of not put this out there to everybody, but I keep saying it. Polygon always beats the market right now. If you look at the percent gains on Polygon Matic, they're always outperforming the market. So if the market's down 5 or 6%, Polygon's usually not down 5 or 6%. And when the market usually runs 5 or 6%, Polygon usually runs a little bit hotter than that. It just seems to be one of these tokens that just continually it just outperforms the market just by a little bit. So you know that there's some strong there's some strong holders in Matic and Polygon Matic, and you know that there's a lot of people trying to get in, and that's one of the key reasons why a token will always outperform the market. Shiba Inu, guys, I hold SHIB, and I tell you, I made a video about this. SHIB's not going anywhere until it releases Shibarium. This thing's gonna hover, right where it's at, maybe even dip down. I have it pulling back even further until Shibarium comes out, and that's not any FUD on SHIB in the SHIB community because I hold it. But until Shibarium comes out, this thing there's no use case, and right now tokens with no use case, they're just not pumping in the market. I mean, there's a lot of big money in SHIB. A lot of SHIB millionaires, a lot of investors, but they need to come out with something. Daniel only thought on 6% of XRP circulation, supply Supply moving to 10 to 10 minutes. There's a lot of Brian. There's a lot of talk about XRP supply. I seen something where in I didn't do a lot of research on this, but I seen a report where they're saying XRP may actually be around 80 billion in a hole. I can't imagine how that would happen, but if there's some supply moving around, then it could be to pay that debt off. So, you know, I I gotta go back and do some more research on that. Because if that's the case, then if that report's true that XRP is actually in the hole, then we're gonna have to figure that out and figure out why, and that could have a negative impact on the price. Definitely. Um, if I read that right, Marty. I mean Brian, if I read that right, what you were saying. But yeah, there is a big supply movement around XRP. Quant Quant's going to perform well in this market, and Quant's going to continue to grow. It's sitting at 111, 117 right now. You know, there's talk about Quant, and at some point, Quant being too. At some point, Quant could get too expensive for the retail investor because of the supply that they have. Is very low, and it continues to move. Whether or not that's going to work itself out to be true or not, I don't know, but a lot of people are starting to talk about that. We will see. Okay, thanks. Just thought it was a lot of transactions. It could be, and it could be to pay Brian. It could be, and it could be to pay off some of these debtors that they owe, because there was that report where they had a hole in their balance sheet that they needed to fill. Like I said, I'm going to do some research on that today because I just seen that late yesterday. So if I find anything crazy about that, I'll bring it to you guys. You guys know that. I'll call it like I see it. So, but I know there was talk of XRP having a hole in their balance sheet, so that they needed to fill, which could be the movement of supply and to fill that hole. Hopefully, Quant moves on from. Hopefully, Quant moves on from Ethereum. You got to remember, Quant's not a blockchain, guys. It's an application. So Quant's going to have to run. Quant's going to have to run on something because it's not its own blockchain. It's an application. And I think sometimes people get that twisted. They get it a little messed up, where they believe that Quant is actually a blockchain and it's not. So Quant's going to have to run on top of something, and that's why it's an Ethereum-based token right now. Will they change that over to another blockchain? I don't see that, because their supply is so limited that they're not looking to mint more Quant. They're not looking to increase the supply. Their whole game is to have a lower supply and have the price dramatically increase. I don't think that Quant will move from Ethereum. Plus, I think everything that Quant's doing, a lot of what they're doing, they need Ethereum. So. What's up, Big Watch? Good morning, man. I hope you're good. I'm glad you spent the morning with us. I'm happy you're spending the morning with us, going through some of this pre-market stuff, just looking at kind of how the market's shaking out today. And actually, the market looks pretty good today, guys. I mean, I think we're gonna actually end up with a halfway decent day in the market today, the way it's all shaking out. Uh, and Brian, you hopefully think that Quant's gonna move to the XRP ledger. To the left, yeah, we'll see. That's gonna be a tough move for Quant. Because of how their infrastructure is built right now, and what they're trying to accomplish. They very well might, but I think Quant's going to stay pat of where they're at. I think they're going to stay exactly where they are right now. And if they do move to the XRP ledger, that'll be big news. It'll be a big move for them. But I just don't see it. I don't see it. I I see Quant doing Quant just staying right where it is. But the market actually looks really good, and it looks like the hourly is even coming in even greener. So let's go ahead and take a look at this hourly and see if it's matching the pre-market from the pre-markets from the stock market, which it looks like it is, because the pre-markets from the stock market are all green, and it looks like crypto starting to really move to the green side this morning as well. So this is lining up to be a pretty good day in the crypto market. But like I said earlier to you guys, I do see Bitcoin pulling back to maybe not today, but over the course of the weekend, maybe the weekend, I can see this thing pulling back to 16.5, and then I can see Ethereum pulling back to 1100. So in my bags, what I'm doing right now is, like I said, when I get to the profit levels in Ethereum and I get to profit levels in Bitcoin, I'm going to go ahead and take my profit and wait for the downturn to happen and not get caught out there. That's my plan. I'm gonna do the same thing with my Matic, and I'm gonna do, if XRP goes on a run, I'll do the same thing with XRP. And I'm looking for a little pullback in the market relatively soon. So these green days like this, make sure you're taking your profits. I forgot you were Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I am, man. So it's early. I try to get on here before work, before I got to get to some of these meetings that I have for the day, and just try to set the tone for the day, set the tone for the market. Bring what these pre-markets look like, and then move on and try to trade. Try to have a good trade day. So let's go ahead and look at the market cap. Market cap's in about 8,000,000,043. It's up from yesterday. Yesterday when we looked at it, it was about 8,000,000,020. So we got about another 23 billion into the market over the past 24 hours, which obviously is reflected in the prices, which is obviously affected the price points here, which is actually all a good thing. But this market cap, guys, is nowhere near where it needs to be. I'll keep saying this every day. We shouldn't even speak the words bull market until we get to 1.5 trillion, and then we can literally start to at least speak the word and ask ourselves when it's going to happen. But until we get to that 1.5 trillion, we shouldn't even speak them words. I used to take profits out of XRP, but I'm too I'm too chicken. I have a profit taking strategy when it comes to XRP. What I do is I have a certain dollar amount that I have sitting in XRP. And when I think that the market is going to pull back a little bit, I'll take my profit down to that dollar amount again. And then what I'll do is once the market pulls itself once I believe it pulls itself all the way back. And what I mean by pulling itself all the way back on XRP being between 33 and 35 cents is usually the pullback on XRP. What I'll do is I'll take half of the profits that I made and I'll reinvest it back into XRP at that price. It just gives me a lot more XRP off of my profits than I would have had if I just let it sit there. But I always do keep a certain amount of money in XRP, so that I never fall under the dollar amount of what I actually want, and I calculate that dollar amount based on a 32-cent price for XRP. So that's usually what I do, and I've been able to really grow my XRP bag by taking that strategy, because there's always profits to be made. I mean, you look at it now; it's at 38 cents, and in my anything below 32 cents, 32 cents and below, I'm losing. Anything above 32 cents and above, I'm winning. So I'll take profits and then throw half of my profits back in when it gets back down to that 32 to 35 cent level. And I've been able to grow my XRP bag significantly by doing that, and also been able to throw some money in some other projects by only reinvesting half. So that's kind of the strategy that I've been playing out with XRP. It's been working. So I pretty happy with it because I'm growing that bag all the time. So every time the market goes up, and I'm growing it, and every time it goes down, I'm growing it. So I'm winning. I'm winning either way. It's the way that I look at it. So I'm always buying and selling XRP. The same with Polygon Matic. Anytime Matic gets to 80 cents and below, I'm buying it. And anytime it gets to, anytime I feel a market pullback around 90 cents to $1, I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking my profits, I'm keeping half, and then I'm waiting for it to go ahead and hit that 80 to 70 cent level. And then I'm taking half of my profits and reinvesting it back in, and actually ending up with more Matic than I would if I just left it sitting in there and enjoying the ride up and down. So same strategy with Matic, and I've been able to grow that Matic bag pretty good. So it's just working for me right now. I change my strategy depending on market conditions. It's working for me right now. Let's get into some news. I think this is something that I think is actually good news for the market. The federal prosecutors launch investigation into Sam Bankman-Fried's over market manipulation, and this goes directly into the Terra Luna Classic. This goes directly into Terra Luna Classic collapse, and what the Manhattan DA is investigating is actually what FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, if they had a role in. It says two tokens, but we can kind of put them together for Terra Luna Classic and UST. So they're investigating whether or not Sam and FTX played a role in the Terra Luna collapse. And the reason that I always like to look at this and bring this up is because, we as a community, we as a crypto community, when Terra Luna collapsed, were so quick to jump on Do Kwon, and I was one of them people, right? I jumped on Do Kwon and said that he was the worst person on earth and he was terrible, right? But in reality, in hindsight, as this information starts to come out about FTX, what we may find out is that Sam and FTX and Alameda Research may have played a role, a very big role in the collapse of Terra Luna Classic. And um, we may find out, and I'll play devil's advocate here. We may find out that Do Kwon did try to save Terra Luna Classic, and when the DPEG happened, it was just so much that there was no saving it. And when you look at the amount of Bitcoin that Do Kwon actually put into the market to try to repeg that, we may find that out. And if at some point we do find that out, is Do Kwon still the villain, or not? And that's a community question to answer, right? But if we find out that FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried actually were behind the fall of Luna Classic, and Do Kwon did try to save it, where does that put Do Kwon? And that's a question I have for the community. Like, where does that put Do Kwon? Does that put him in a situation where he did try to save it and he's, not as much of a villain, or not the villain anymore, and it moves over to FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried? Or do we still think of Do Kwon as being the reason that Terra Luna collapsed? I miss. Were you miss taking profits on Quant? Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, man. I missed it too. The last pump that Quant had, I was not paying attention, and I missed taking the profits when it got up to around 130. I should have took my profits off of Quant, and I didn't. I missed it, and by the time I realized where it was at, it was already on its way back down. So I just kind of like let it ride down and figured I'd catch the next ride up, because Quant usually pumps up to that 127, 130 mark quite often. So I work my son to school. All right. Have a great day, Brian. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm with you. I missed it too. I missed that pump. But no, don't feel bad. It's one of them things where when I came back and I looked at the chart and I was like, man, how did I miss that? Right. So, but it's okay, because Quant usually rides back up to that 127, 130 mark pretty quick. So, you miss profits today, you can take them tomorrow or the next day or next week. They'll be there, because Quant's going to continue to pump. But so the federal, you got, I don't know, think about that for a little while, guys. If FTX and Sam really were the cause of the Terra Luna collapse, is it really Do Kwon, or was he put in a situation that was just unsalvageable? Spain's centralized bank hearing proposals for wholesale CBDC project. You guys, this is why Quant, this is why XRP, this is why XDC, and this is why HBAR, and this is why all these guys are going to be such big players going into the end of the beginning of 2023, all the way up to the change of the whole financial sector. You see more and more countries move into these CBDCs, and the only way that they can actually run these CBDCs is through your ISO 2023 compliant tokens, guys. And there's no doubt that one of these players, whether it's going to be XRP, whether it's going to be Quant, whether it's going to be XLM, somebody's going to play a role in Spain's centralized banking CBDC. There's just no way around it. They don't identify who in this article, but somebody will play a role in that. And it's just the way that that these countries are moving, and the United States will move this way as well with these digital dollars, and they have to find a way to move them. And the SWIFT system is not equipped to move these guys and move these dollars. It has to be on a blockchain. So this is why your ISO tokens are so important, and why they're going to change the way that blockchain and banking is done moving in the future, is because they're the only ones who can provide instant payments, right? You think about an Ethereum payment, you could wait a minute or you could wait an hour for your Ethereum transaction to go through. When you're dealing with these other blockchains and quant and everybody else, these are instantaneous. They're very fast, they're very quick, they're very efficient, and they all have the ability under quant to intermingle with each other, right? So quant is that, and I always try to explain it to people, as like quant is Microsoft, right? And all the other blockchains are the files in which you install on your Microsoft computer. So if you are a business or a bank and you are dealing in XRP, and you also need to deal in XLM or Stellar, then you install that exe file for XRP, and you install that exe file for Stellar, and then you install that exe file for HBAR or whatever other blockchain you need to develop on, and you run them all through Quant, who makes all this possible with 3 lines of code, and you're able to run off of 3 different blockchains and accomplish 3 different tasks, right? So, because not one blockchain is going to be able to perform everything and do everything. So this is why I think the ISOs are important. And every day there's a new country that's moving more and more towards CBDCs. So this is why this is so important, and this is why you want to be invested in my opinion, this is why you want to be invested in your ISO coins now, because they once this is actually out, a crypto like Quant, if you don't own it before the ISOs actually blow up, you may be priced out of the market. So here's an interesting article for you that goes along with that. Nigeria restricts ATM withdrawals to $45 per day in push to digital currency. So if you read down through this article, Nigeria is moving towards a digitalized currency, and what they're doing is they're actually restricting the withdrawals from ATMs to $45. And where is it? And they're actually restricting, I believe in here, maybe it's right here. They're restricting, if you go to the bank and withdraw, they're restricting it to $225 a day for people. So actual physical cash, they're restricting the withdrawals of that, so that they're pushing people to use their digital currency, which is a big deal. That's a big deal, right? And a little plug for MetaMonkey AI, who you guys know I absolutely love. Who are they working with? They're working with the Nigerian government. How nice is it to roll out the actual Pure Wallet in Nigeria right now, when you are in the middle of this transaction between digital currency and physical currency? So when you look at this and the push to move to digital currencies in these markets, not only will your ISOs play a big, huge role, but what wallets are going to play a big, huge role as well. So, MetaMonkey AI is already working with Nigeria. So, will this play out in MetaMonkey AI's favor? We're going to see. They position themselves well, but now it's about execution. So, being positioned is one thing, executing is another. So I think that they'll execute. I think that this is actually a good thing for MetaMonkey AI, but I also think it's a good thing for digital currency as a whole, right? I think much like Spain, you have Nigeria now moving to a digital currency and pushing their people. So, and pay attention to how other countries roll these things out, because when the United States gets to their digital dollar, which is coming sooner than what everybody expects, maybe they don't reinvent the wheel. Maybe they take some of what these other countries already did and roll it out that way. But could you imagine waking up one day and somebody telling you can only withdraw $45 from your ATM? Think about it. Is Nigeria one of the countries that MMAI is visiting? Yes. Nigeria is one of the countries that MMAI has already started to work with. They're one of the countries that MMAI was meeting with when they went to Korea, and it is one of the countries I'm pretty sure that they will be back looking at. They're actually building their rainforest in the metaverse, so they're already talking, and they were already talking about doing some transportation stuff with the Pure Wallet for Nigeria for their transportation system. So they're already talking to Nigeria. They're already have connections in Nigeria already. So that's why I say you can position yourself well to set up to take advantage of certain situations. But you have to execute as well, right? So I think right now MetaMonkey AI is in a perfect position to execute in Nigeria with this push to the digital dollar. But we got to see, right? It's all in execution, and we got to see. But one of the keys is being at the table and being in a situation to execute and being in that position to execute. And it looks like MetaMonkey AI has put themselves at least at the table with the Pure Wallet to have the conversation. And sometimes that's all you can ask for. But imagine waking up and somebody telling you, big watch, you can only have $45 out of your bank account. Imagine that. Like you're going to have to make some real tough decisions that day, right? So that's going to be interesting. But building railways into Africa will be bugged down. They can successfully. I agree. It's going to be big in Nigeria. I think it's gonna be bogged down a little bit. When you're dealing with foreign governments, it's usually bogged down a little bit. There's a little bit more at play there than that. They operate a little bit differently. But I think being involved with Africa and then the African government already kind of gives you a leg up in some of these foreign governments. You got to understand that they operate a lot differently than the United States. I would be pleased. You would be pleased if somebody told you that you could only take $45 out of your bank account? I'd be pissed. Oh, that's what you said. That's what you said, pissed. I'd be pissed too, Big Watch. Like you got to make some tough decisions, right? Like $45. Like, what am I actually gonna spend my money on today? Like, so, but just pay attention to how these things are being rolled out. Um, will America ever go to this extreme where they tell people they can only take 45 hours per day out of their ATM? I doubt it. But the transition to digital currency, will it take a little bit of time? And will it be painful for some of the people in the United States? And yeah, it's gonna be a little painful. We're gonna go through some processes that are probably not going to the American people are probably not going to like, because eventually you have to cut off the dollar, right? Uh, oh shit, we're back in red here on the hourly. Things are changing around us pretty quick here. So, um, oops. So we have a little bit more red than we do green on this hourly. Not too bad though. I mean, it's red. It's just barely in a red on the hourly here. So, um, I mean, we're only coming down a couple dollars, but there is a pullback starting to happen in the market. There's a little pullback that's getting ready to start. It looks like. Let's check. I want to check. I want to check the actual market to see where we're at here. Still green. So, what we're seeing right now at this moment in the market could just be a slight drawdown. Well, that it keeps going down as we're speaking, but we could just be seeing a little drawdown from at the moment because the markets themselves look okay. So something to watch today, guys. You see this, you see the stock market is all in green today. You see that it's performing really well on the pre-market. But when you come over here to crypto, you can start to see a little drawdown. You can start to see this drawing back a little bit. So I'm about to get out of here in a little while because I got to go to some meetings, but pay attention to this because as we've been talking, we just flipped from green to red, and you can see the slight drawback happening. And a couple of days ago when we were on here in the morning, we started to see this slight drawback in the morning. It ended up being a real crappy day in the market. So you can start to see this drawback happening. This is America waking up, guys. This is America getting out of bed, waking up, and starting their trading day. So how this thing goes between now and 9:30 is going to dictate how the United States is going to trade on crypto today. So you're starting to see a little drawback. Not saying that it won't come back because it's still early, but what you're starting to see is this crypto market right now at this moment is not matching the actual stock market. So pay close attention to that little drawbacks that we have going on right now. We were on here, like I said, we were on here a couple of days ago. We seen this slight drawback, and it ended up being a really big drawback. So pay close attention to this over the next couple hours. Do you think MMAI price can hold on? I do. I think that the price can hold on. I think there's great support. Do I think if we see a really down market, do I think we're going to stay in the threes? No, but I can see us drawing down maybe back to that 2.7 level and hanging on there. There's a lot of support there. I think with this December coming, and the use cases that they have coming out in December with the Pure Wallet and the metaverse being released, plus a couple other things that they have going on, I think you'll see some positive price action. As long as the market kind of stays level where it is right now, I think you'll see a positive price action. Big watch. But if the market tanks, I can see us going to that 27 level and holding on. There are a lot of support there, a lot of good support there. But if the market stays pretty consistent in the month of December and with the use cases that they have, I definitely can see us going back up to launch price. I can see that happen. It's really going to depend on what the market does. Like I said earlier, I can see a pullback in the market at some point soon, where Bitcoin's going to go back down to 16.5 and Ethereum's going back down to 1100. I just see that pullback happening, and I think if that's as low as we go, and then I think MetaMonkey AI will be just fine. I think they'll pull themselves right out of that. If we go any lower, I think we might have to have a different conversation. But I think they'll be fine. Yeah, I do. I think that would probably be a good move. I can't tell you what to do, but I can think anytime if you see a pullback happen with MMAI right now, under let's see here. Where are we at? Right here. So this is on the hourly right now. It looks like we're sitting at 3 zeros. 3 zeros, 3030. Boy, we've been here before. It looks like it's holding up pretty well right here. But if you see a drawback in the market, and it happens to draw back to the 2.8, 2.7 level, great buying opportunity there. But I think if we start to get new support, which it looks like we're starting to build some new support right around this 3.0 level, it's probably a good time. Big watch, I'd play this out probably for about, I would play this out maybe a little bit and see if we get the support at the 3.0 level. And if you see this support really starting to grow at the 3.0 level, it's probably time. If you see us dipping back down into this 2.8 level right down here, I would go ahead and wait to that 2.8 level, and then it's time because there's a ton of support there. So that's kind of how I would play that. Good morning, Daniel. How are you? Good. I when it was coming down, Big Watch, like I actually was fortunate enough to buy in down here. I was in a pre-sale, and that came out at 3.1. I was fortunate enough to buy all the way down at like I don't know. I want to say in the low twos, and I even hit a buy at 1.9. So I've been pretty fortunate with that. And do I see us going back down to them levels with MetaMonkey? If we do go back down to them levels, it's not going to be because of use case. It's not going to be because of lack of use case. It'll be because of the market conditions, and you'll see the whole market down there. You'll see the whole market dipping way down. So MetaMonkey AI won't be an exception to that. But I don't. If it's just solely based off of use case and it's solely based off development and it's solely based off the community, I don't see it dipping down that low. Like I said, I would watch this 3.0 level right here and see if we continue to build support here. And if we continue to build support here and Ethereum continues to just hover around where it is, this might be a good time. And if not, if we do dip below, look to this level right here at this 28275 level. Probably be a good idea. There's a lot of support at that level right there, but I don't see us hanging out at this 3.0 level too much longer. Like I said, if the market conditions themselves continue to just hold on, then I think you're going to be back up at launch price in no time. That's just my interpretation of what I see going on. Take a look at Volt real quick while I'm on here in the morning before I get on my meeting. Let's go ahead and take a look at Volt. It's sitting at 501218. Not too bad. It's hanging on. This is on the ETH side. Not too bad. It seems to be hanging on there pretty good. Obviously waiting on a couple catalysts to come out, but it seems to be hanging pretty good. It's at its support. This 120 level is a level it just seems to bounce off quite often on this downturn. So it's hanging in there. It's doing okay. What's it doing on the BNB side? The BNB side seems to be it seems to not fluctuate as much as the ETH side. It's still sitting at 501162, not too far off the ETH side. Straight just trading sideways right now. Volt's just trading sideways, which sideways action it's good action, because that just means that you're going to go one or two ways. Once you trade sideways for a little while, you're either going up or you're going down, and you're just building support. When you're trading sideways, you're just building support at that level, and you were just waiting for your next move. So they're not doing too bad. But MMA, I got big watch. I can't tell you what to do, but what I can say is, if you see this support line continue to go sideways, it's probably a good idea. It is my thought process. So with that, guys, like I said, I got to get to a meeting, so I got to roll out of here. Great spending my morning with you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate the questions. Appreciate the interactions, and just appreciate you guys spending your morning. I'll try to be on here tomorrow. And yeah, big watch. We'll be chatting it up in the chats and a couple other places in a little bit. So appreciate you guys' morning. Appreciate you spending it with me. Like I said, the market right now, let's take one final look at it. It seems to be a little bipolar right now. But the whole key to this here is that the pre-markets over here on the stock market look really good. So when you're in a situation like that, the pre-markets all look good, and crypto seems to be trading sideways, then that tends to set up for a good day in the market. So pay attention to it, but understand, we may be in for a decent day today, guys. All right, Big Watch, I'll holler at you. So with that, everybody have a great morning. Thank you. Markets look good. Pre-markets look good. Crypto market looks good. Not a lot of news going on today. And everything just looks good. Like and subscribe, share this out. Appreciate your guys' time. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow or catch you guys in the chat. Have a great day.